Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For those joining for the first time, this is not a political poll, it's a spiritual poll. Every Sunday, a group of us get together to raise the vibration of the planet. And we do that by dancing on the web of creation, setting vibration, singing. So today, what I want to look at, and thank you all for being here, number one. But today what I want to look at, I was thinking of where I'm going to go with Sunday with Spirit today. And sometimes it just comes to me. And other times I'm just kind of lost in it. It's like, it's not so much lost in it. It's just like, well, I'm just sitting on this web, just vibrating, and there's no direction. There's no, it's like sitting around a campfire in a way. And you just stare at the flames and you get mesmerized a little bit. And so there is like no big message that I was getting, no big topic, subject. So I thought, well, as always with this, I start out with the medicine wheel, the 4 directions, which is actually 6 directions, which could be a lot more. So I thought, well, I'm going back to that. It's always gives a clarity that I may not have had before. And so some people who are in this community, on this web of creation, they have images of what the 4 directions are to them. And so I ask that you just let that go for now. You can adjust what I say to your particular belief. For example, if I say this is the eastern direction and you go, no, that's west. Okay, well, then take that as west for you. It's fine. Different colors are different for different directions. For me personally, I don't want to get too hung up on what it's supposed to be as so much as what we tingle with when a card gets pulled over. All right. So we have our 4 directions. The way that I have laid this out, it's north, east, south, and west. And what does north, south, east, and west mean for you all? You can decide that, or you can go with how I believe it: new beginnings, strength, cleansing, forgiveness, healing in the west, and quiet time, spiritual awareness in the north, white buffalo, review. And then we have Mother Earth and Father Sky, us in the center. I don't really have a Mother Earth card here. I have Father Sky and us. So as we ground ourselves into Mother Earth and we open up our crown chakras to Father Sky, that is what we are here. See, I adjusted. Okay. All right. So let's just see. Where should we go first? As we ground to this. Normally, I like to thank the cards for being spread out the way they are. I like to thank Creator. And as we are all creators on this, let's start with the east, the sunrise. And I'm using my Aboriginal, what is this? Aboriginal Spirit Oracle. And it says, oh, accomplishment. Accomplishment. Interesting. So in the east, as the sun rises, normally that would be a new beginning, a new path forward. For me, that is the sign of air. My power animal is eagle, hawk for the eastern direction, looking above. And so if I think about the eagle flying above, not being in the thick of things, not being in the weeds, but seeing the path from a higher perspective. This card is saying, maybe we shouldn't be looking so much at where we are going, the path ahead of us. Maybe this is a time where we stop and reflect and look at what we have accomplished. It's interesting that I get that on the east, because a lot of times that is what I feel like when I am in the west, when I'm in the north, especially in the north in the wintertime. There's no work. I've created, I've built up all my food storage, and I am in a cabin waiting for spring. And that's a time where I reflect back on my accomplishments, not so much what I did wrong, but just what I did. And this time is asking, pay attention right now. Go to the east and look what you did. Before you start anything new, look what you did. It's interesting that I get it in the east. All right, the south for me. This is a place of jaguar for a power animal, coyote. This is a place, and this is where a lot of, I hear a lot of different things about the south. My power animal is jaguar and coyote, but it's also the strength of my ancestors. A lot of people would say that should be up in the north so that you can look forward, or I don't know. But I've always felt them in the south. And that is where my past lives are. That is where a lot of my guides are. And it feels like to me that they are the support to keep me from falling backwards. And they kind of push me a little in the front. Keep going. This is the path you need to be on. Keep going. Much like the eagle shows me the path. But the south, the jaguar, my guides and angels in the path in the south, just keep me from stagnation, I guess. Give me strength to move forward. So we got bonus cards. I'm using my angels and ancestors, of course, because they're in the south. So let's see what the two bonus cards are. Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. The Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. This isn't. This feels more like an insecurity card. In that, why would they say love and let yourself be loved? Or am I feeling a little less than? Give myself a hug, right? Let yourself be loved. And the bonus card is the arrow. Surround yourself in protective energy. Certainly that's what I do with the South. They are my protectors. They are my angels. They are my guides. They are my guardians. Nobody is going to mess with Jaguar. Few should mess with Coyote. Just saying. Right? Interesting, again, the placement of this. I would think the Heart Guardian, it feels like a healing energy, and that is what goes for me normally in the West. So this medicine wheel, this four-directional wheel that I normally associate with certain energies, is all mixed up. It's telling me a different story. And again, you all interpret these how you interpret them. On the West card, the place of bear, the place of healing, the place of the sun setting. And this, again, it normally is a place where I reflect on what I have done from the east. In the south is midday. It's usually work, 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 because it's the height of the sun. Now the sun is setting in the west, and what do we get? Space. We get black. The new frontier. For me, this color is creation. If we are in space that is just black, the absence of color, the absence of things, then we get to put things in there. We get to create things. If we are on the web of creation, I think I would leave a place for space, for quiet time. I think I'm just going to leave that blank when I create my own world. And you all are invited if you want to come. I'm going to have flying cars. I'm going to have peace and love. All right, let's go to the top. Shamanic Healing Oracle card. Normally, my healing cards would go to the west, but this is up in the north. And what we have here is creativity. And in this card is the Three of Cups. As a tarot reader, the Three of Cups is three women coming together. And I'm thinking of the Light Seers Tarot, where they're looking up at the Seven Sisters constellation, the Pleiades. Creativity. And it's just not a singular creativity. It may flow from a higher source into other cups, is what I'm seeing. Maybe one spark of creativity will help water another spark of creativity. And then we go back around again to the accomplishment. And love what we're doing. Protect ourselves in our creativity. Protect ourselves in this empty space where we get to have creativity and accomplishments in a direction, a forward direction. In the center two cards, this is the Starseed Oracle cards. This is where I stand in my medicine circle, connecting to Mother Earth, Father Sky, and the four directions. We get whale and orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. My western direction is water, is whale, is healing energy. And that's in the center here. The whale and orca elders. This is such a Lemurian card as well. It's really pretty. I love the colors on this. The whale and orca. Just imagine, if you will, swimming with whale. Swimming with orca, the elders of that tribe. Imagine sitting in circle with them in that space. And then the last card we get is wait. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. So to me, what I get with this spread is there's not a lot of action in this spread. There's a lot of meditative space. There's a reflection of what we have done in the past. And as I've always say that the time streams are, there is no past, there is no present, there is no future, they are all one. So what we did in the past, we are actually doing in the future. So that is the accomplishments in the future, in the past, now. That gets a little heady, and I get a little lost in the web here when I start going there. But with that, it's okay to get lost in that a little bit. Protect yourself. Surround yourself with protective energy, with your heart guardian. Jump into that empty space of creativity. Listen to and be in community with whale and orca elders. Oh, that's powerful to me. Not the babies, the elders, the teachers. But it's also, this is not the time to jump in and do something. I thought it was, because I thought we were done with Mercury retrograde. Just getting out of the shadow now. I think we have a couple of weeks left. But this card seems really powerful to me in that there is something that is going to awaken in us, that is going to be presented to us in a way that is going to take a lot of energy. And so this is a time of rest and and recuperation. Is that the right word that I want to use? Maybe it's regeneration. That sounds better. And that makes me get a little heady too. It's like, oh, what strand am I on? Regeneration strand. Rejuvenation. Getting ready for something huge to happen. And as light workers, as light warriors, as we push against the negativity of fear and doubt and not being sure of oneself, and stay in love, positivity, accomplishments. I think we do need to sometimes take a break and get ready for what is coming. Things are being woven. There's another weave right here of accomplishment. Thank you all for watching this Sunday. Thank you for being with me on this Sunday. I appreciate you all. Peace and love.